It's not mechanical, it's not a routine, but there is a definite purpose of our meeting every day at your and my individual level as well as for the total samashti in its own subtle form. So it's not just an academic thing, but it's a definite, higher, glorious, deeper intentions, purposes are there for the good of you, me, and the entire universe. Welcome one more day. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you, and then congratulations for being here every day to attend to these things, these beautiful Shastras. May we both seek the blessings of Lord, the Gurus, who are already blessing us, because of which only these things are happening every day. May they bless us more with such inner subtleties, insights that we are able to make maximum of these sittings by learning from the Shastras all techniques of how the life has to be made fulfilled outside as well as inside. Welcome, like every day. Today also we have 7 things to do. The common sense thought, the Sankalpa, the Sahanavavatu mantra, Vedic chanting, the ninth Prapataka of the Tritiya Ashtaka will start today. Then we go for our Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, having enumerated 73 of the Asura Gunas. Now Bhagavan says, such people will be put in difficult situations as they deserve. So, we'll see that sloka number 19, which will make us aware that why we should avoid these asura gunas. Clear? Then we go for Ramayana. Bhagavan is telling Rama to Bharata that these are the 20 people have to be kept away for your successful administration. 10 of them we saw, 10 more we'll see today. Then in our Mundaka Upanishad, second Mundaka, second Khanda, three mantras are there. We'll do them and we conclude it. Tomorrow onwards, the third Mundaka starts. In this way is our today's session. As every day, be attentive, participate fully, don't run away in between. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Totally give the time, give the mind, then involve, participate, gain maximum. First thing is the common sense thought, like every day, today also. In today's common sense thought, these 7, 8 things I am going to tell you. Many of them are spiritual only. Other things related to that you understand. Now it is your homework. You are well trained that when a spiritual thought is given, how while using it for spirituality mainly, we also can use it for our worldly success also. तो ये ट्रेनिंग मिल गया तुम लोगों को तो मैं आपके ऊपर छोड़ता हूँ. Today's thoughts में first one is what? Look into this world. Two types of things are there. One is inanimate, insentient, mountains, rivers, and all. The animate, sentient, living beings. In that living beings, all of them. The human we are there, even little higher than us also. The devatas, yaksha, gandharva, kinnara, जिनको हमने तो देखा नहीं, but they are there. We are human beings, they are there. Animals are there. Birds are there. Plants are there, reptiles are there, even the small little insects are there, microbes are there. Living beings, सबके ऊपर एक नजर डालो. Put your camera on once to them all. Okay. Having done so, now you look at them. Okay. Is not each and every one of them are doing their best and struggling their best first for survival? Isn't it? All of them are hard struggle they are doing for the survival, and whoever is not ready to do that struggle, they are not surviving, they are getting extinct or disappeared. It's only the stones etc which need not put effort to survive. There is no evolution also in them. Once the life aspect comes into us, whether it is an ant or whether it's an elephant or a human, for survival we have to struggle, and we have to struggle and survive and not stop struggle and just die. We are not stones. This is a process of evolution in the whole cosmos we see. From this first point, what you learn? That you must struggle for your survival. Okay, then now second point is, among all these who are struggling and surviving, keep all the beings away because उनसे और ज़्यादा फिलहाल तो नाता नहीं है. Let us focus on human beings. That are the human beings only trying for survival? No, na. They are struggling more, not only for survival, but to survive supremely, survive comfortably, survive luxuriously. And this effort of the human beings is the reason because of which you see, particularly in last 200-300 of years, even every time it was there, is so much of comfort, so much of developments that the human being has achieved through his struggles, making the life comfortable, easier, smoother, enjoyable. You can see it, isn't it? Now, what is the second thought learned from this is, therefore, not only survival, human being can claim it as to his right that he can survive comfortably, luxuriously, mind you, but he'll have to do the duty of hard work for that. And without working hard, neither survival possible nor surviving supremely possible. But with hard work, both are possible. Now you are a human being, I am a human being. We are given all facilities, abilities, opportunities, freedoms. Then choice is ours now. Yathechasi tatha kuru. Two things are told to you now. Now, third, among all these 800 million people now in the world, 800 crores जितने भी है ना, 800 करोड़ है कहते ना, इनमें how many are there who have monetarily reached to the peak, great levels? How many of them are who have education wise reached to the peak level, outer education? How many have reached the peak in terms of powers and positions as prime ministers or chief ministers, etc.? How many have reached to the peak level in status and in the society? If you look at them, so many are there, and in different gradations. बहुत सारे हैं. Listen carefully and this thought now. There are people who have scaled great heights because of efforts. From an ordinary human being, they have come up to become the MLA, MP, PM, Prime Minister, Chief Minister बने. कितने देशों में बनते ही जा रहे हैं लोग. It's an endless saga. So to from no money to crorepati people became. From no business to a business empire spread all over the world, people have reached to. All of that with efforts and struggles. Now, my question to you and request to you to observe is what? With all their names, fames, riches, great outer comforts, luxuries, please observe this point. कि every one of them, हमको भी उसमें डाल लेना, all of them, with all their outer comforts, every one of them have their own inner struggles, confusions, miseries. Except a highly evolved person through spiritual path, every one of us have the troubles, problems. The fears are there, the frustrations are there, the competitions are there, the prides are there, all the Asura Gunas, you all know anyway, you are reading. एंड असुर गुण भी है और राम जी भी बता रहे हैं, तो हमको तो लिस्ट बताई है. People with jealousy, they are there. The negative thoughts of hatred, the vengeances and unwanted attachments, and the inner inexplicable miseries everybody is going through. बस पूछने की बात है. अब पूछो तो हर बंदा बताएगा अपने दुखों को. अगर नहीं होता, if you are so happy with it, why then this top world 1, 2, 3, 4, whether it is in tennis or whether it is in money, still struggle to maintain it, struggle to topple the other fellow. And in that effort, how much struggling they are inside, how much miserable they are when the rank falls to 2 from the 1. How the national, international wars are happening. So much if you think that outer achievements have given happiness, but see that Ukraine and Russia, see that Israel and all, international wars, है the within the countries, within the states, between the people, ये सारे क्यों हो रहे? Because inside people, though outside have the things, still they are empty inside. As I told you, the things, the fears, the hesitations, the lot of negativities of depressions, frustrations, इतने सारे हैं, सबको दुखी कर रहे. Now, what is the lesson to be learned from this third point? Lesson is that It is not sufficient that you work hard and achieve the outer things. So, third thing. Now, okay. Now, among these people, the many of them slowly reducing their miseries, feeling more peaceful and comfortable. Do you know who are they? Those who have risen above the materialistic things and came to level of living life according to values and dharma. Note this point. Therefore, what is the fourth lesson to us? Along with the survival, along with surviving comfortably, we have to feel inside also safe and secured. That will happen not with the negativities in us, but with the positive values and our life of dharma. Okay, fourth point. Now, the fifth one. Even among them, some have further evolved, more laughing, giggling, less miserable than the earlier ones. Who are they, do you know? The ones who have started believing in the presence of some unseeable, unseen divine force. They call him as God, and different names are given to them. Different methods and techniques are followed by all over the world by the people in worshipping him. That God, male or female or whatever the rupa. Such people, having invoked that blessing of that devata, they are more comfortable, less miserable. Lucky in India, if you see among all the world, in this aspect, we are much more advanced and matured. Even though about God we may not know many things. Even though we may not do systematic traditional way of worshipping the Lord, even though we are still in that Arthakama, even though a lot of negativities we have, even though many times we are work criminal in the world, yet an ordinary Indian, whichever the religion, whenever he sees a temple, he does a namaskar. Whenever he's a festival is there, that day he goes to the temple. That day he just puts the bindi, etc. Even a taxi auto driver जहाँ मंदिर दिखता है रुकेगा नमस्कार करेगा. Even a रेडी वाला चला रहा है, he has seen any temple, he gives one or two fruits there. भगवान को देते हैं वो. Most of them. Otherwise they may be little corrupt and all वगैरह. But still, luckily in India more than the world. In the world, there are millions of people in different countries who are not even able to struggle sufficiently for survival also. Okay, this is the sixth point we observe, that tune to that Lord who is unseen and known, but he can be seen and known through your various worships. Whether we see, like in India, out of 120 40 crores, whenever the festivals are there, whenever those Kumbh Mela they are there, how many of them have seen the drama or Krishna Bhagwan? Nahi, but karodo ja rahe. Do you know that reason? Because they know the Lord is there. And the Lord also, unless it's required, He will not come in the darshana, will not give. But then He is very much listening to everyone's prayers, He is answering them. Therefore, people are continuously. How many by worshipping Mahalakshmi Mata, they came out of their poverty? How many by worshipping Saraswati Mata have become educated? How many by praying to Mother Durga became required powerful in the field? How many by worshipping Ganapati have freed themselves from the obstacles? Chali raha hai wo silsila. Means what? There is some divine power behind whom we have to tune to through devotion worship. This is the fifth category. Okay. Then the last category is those who are even trying to know that Lord and trying to identify with Him, and they are the ones who come to the study the Shastras, the Tattva Shastras, the Moksha Shastras, which talk about Paramatma, Brahman, reality. They are called our Upanishads, they are called our Geetha, etc. Geetha, etc. teaches about outer success also, along with its main theme of getting us mukti through Paramatma Prapti. Upanishads directly talk only about this thing. And those lucky ones who have come to this level are on the highest level rung of the ladder of evolution. Are you thinking you are in that state, or you are still struggling to survive? To struggle to survive, struggle for comfortably survive, then inner purification with life values and dharma, then enter into the spiritual field of remembering God for the outer things, then trying to know the God Himself. They are the highest one. You know? If you and I have come to this level, we need to follow these 4 5 things everyday basis. First one is what? Even though we already have some value life, still ना spirituality में आगे बढ़ने के लिए कुछ spiritual inner atmosphere बनाना पड़ता है. उसके लिए वो जो भी अपोजिट है स्पिरिचुअलिटी का, उस एटमॉस्फेयर को निकाल देना पड़ता है. What are the negativities in us which hinder our spiritual growth inside us are mainly the ashraddha, the doubt. है ना? Replace that ashraddha by the shraddha. Another things are the irregularity, replace it by regularity. Another is insincerity, replace it by the sincerity. Another is the being erratic, make it change it by being disciplined. These inner shraddha, the faith we call it as, then the regularities, the sincerities, the beliefs, etc., which help for our spiritual growth, have to be brought in our life by replacing the negative qualities of अश्रद्धा इत्यादि. फर्स्ट वाला ये हमको करना पड़ता है, which you are studying as दैवी संपदा, which you have studied as ज्ञान लक्षणास in 13th chapter, which you have studied as भक्त लक्षणास in 12th chapter, which you have studied as स्थित प्रज्ञ लक्षणा in 2nd chapter. गीता में तो तुमने सब पढ़ लिया, पहले ही सबको लाना पड़ता है. Okay, once you decide to be spiritual, which is the fifth stage. First is survival, struggle. Second is glory, growing in that survival with comforts. Still feel miserable inside. Therefore, third one is bringing the values and disciplines and dharma, therefore reducing miseries, becoming more happy. Fourth one is tuning to the unseen power called as God, with his blessings, becoming more happy, less miserable, with or without riches. Fifth one is the attempt to discover the oneness with that Paramatma, true, pure, spiritual, Adhyatmic sadhakas. Clear? To them, out of the 4 or 5 things they have to do, first one is inner atmosphere has to be tuned for that. ठीक है बेटा. Second one is what? More and more they have to be in the spiritual mood only, in the desire of doing spiritual things only, less and less of the worldly things. जैसे आप लोग मौका मिलते है टीवी देखते हो, मौका मिलते सेल फोन देखते हो ना, उसी तरह मौका मिले या मिले, मौका पाता मौका क्रिएट करके we have to come to the spiritual mood, spiritual same chamber, etc. Like a poet goes to his room to write the poetry, scientist goes into his chamber or laboratory for the inquiry, for this test or whatever the investigations. So to spiritually evolve होना है तो हमको बार बार उस मूड में आना है. Second point. Third one he has to do is what? Now, these next 4 things I am telling you, 10, 15 minutes per day you'll have to spend, minimum 10 minutes. One is what? Look at the world. Look at the temptations of the world. Remember your past involvements. See, you understand that in every one of them, struggle was 100%, happiness was 10%, misery was 90%. With this thinking and correct understanding of our own behavior and others, slowly understand that being worldly is not only against going to spiritual evolution, but giver of misery also. With this idea, slowly minimize your involvement in the world. Only my duties, my services, that's it. A spiritual seeker has to do that. उसके लिए मन में सोच रहे कल परसों मैंने क्या किया, किस में मैं फंस गया, कौन से व्यक्ति के साथ कितना टेंशन लिया मैंने, उससे फायदा मिला क्या, सिवाय वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, वेस्ट माइंड इज डिस्टर्ब्ड, और साथ में मेरा ना नौकरी कर पाया ना स्पिरिचुअलिटी, therefore इट्स नो गुड. एवरी डे 10 मिनट्स ऐसे सोचकर, दिस कॉल्ड विवेक एंड वैराग्य टेक्निकली. About the world and worldly involvement, the nonsense ones, we have to come out. Second one is what? Look into your own sharira, prana, indriya, mana, buddhi. Please, every day these instruments have to be looked into, checked into, made healthy, made good, made beautiful. Body, right food, right exercise, no wrong food. The senses, limitation, that if not required, do not involve. Mind, calm and composure in that joy and contentment with good emotions. Buddhi, daily sharpen it with newer and newer knowledges by listening and studying Shastra. This has to be done as the second thing. And fourth thing, first, second, third, fourth. First is inner mood, second is always in the mood of spirituality, third is thinking about the world, fourth is managing of the upadhi. 2 more are there. Fifth one is because you are seeker of the truth, every day 20 minutes प्योरली तत्व बताने वाले उपनिषद को पढ़ना, विचार करना, मैं वही हूँ, मैं वही हूँ, ऐसा ध्यान करना. Fifth one, last but not the least, is what? Who can help us in all this regard? Guru and God. Therefore, that 15-20 minutes of upasana to Guru and God, asking them to bless for spiritual evolution only, not for the worldly things, because we have understood the world, how much ever you get, you are still miserable only there. So, when these 6 things are done, along with the other 5 things, total 11, we really are maturing, growing, evolving. ठीक है बेटा, पूरा सुन लेना. अगेन मैं लिस्ट आउट करता हूँ. पहला, स्ट्रगल फॉर सर्वाइवल. सेकंड, स्ट्रगल टू बी मोर कंफर्टेबल. थर्ड, स्टिल अंडरस्टैंड that inner peace will not be there. Therefore, start values and dharma. Fourth one, for more happiness with less comforts, you just rely on Paramatma through Upasana, etc. For that purpose. Fifth one is, now seek the Paramatma only ultimate. When you seek the ultimate Paramatma, the 6 things in that. The first one is, inner qualities should be suitable for spiritual growth. Second is, be in the spiritual mode. Third one is, understand the world and keep it away. Fourth, understand your upadhis and manage them. Fifth one is, keep on spending the time for the meditation, contemplation, that I have the truth. The last one is, be in touch with the Lord and Guru through Upasana, asking them for the empowerment for spiritual evolution. When we do this, बेटा, मैं समझदारी के बाद आदत बना लेते हैं, हमारा जिंदगी जबरदस्त रहेगा, हमारा आनंद दुगना होता रहेगा. थैंक यू. ओम परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोध सिद्ध्यर्थम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमनुगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृत ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सर्वेषां मानवानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्त शिष्य साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापकानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शास्त्ररूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे संपूर्ण सनातन धर्मस्य सम्यक् प्रतिष्ठा अव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदय परब्रह्म भक्ति भगवत भक्ति देवता भक्ति गुरु भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति माता पितृ भक्ति साधना भक्ति सेवा भक्ति देश भक्ति धर्म भक्ति सनातन भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणम वेद मंत्र पारायणम श्रीमद् भगवद्गीता षोडशोध्याय से पारायण अध्ययनम श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि रामायण अयोध्या कांड शततम कच्छि सर्गे श्रीरामेण उक्त राजनीति धर्माणाम अध्ययनम तदनंतरम अथर्वणवेदांतर्गत मुंडकोपनिषदः मंत्राणां पारायणमुच्चारणं स्वल्प अर्थाविष्करण वयं सर्वे ज्ञान भक्ति सद्गुणादीनां प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं सुख शांति प्राप्त्यर्थं दुःख निवृत्त्यार्थं सनातन धर्मार्थं भारतवर्षार्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. हे भगवान, bless all of us in all these sankalpas. Now we have done sankalpa, let us do sahanavauti ityadi. Om 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 Sahana Vavadu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स स्पेंड 6 to 7 minutes in our Vedic chanting. चलो इतना करते हैं. ओम श्री 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 वेदमात्रे नमः. अथ श्री कृष्णे यजुर्वेदे तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणस्य पारायणं तृतीयाष्टके अथ नवम प्रपाठकः. ओम हरि ओम. ओम प्रजापतिरश्वमेधमसृजत सोऽस्मात् सृष्टोपाक्रामत् तमष्टादशभिरनुप्रायुङ्क्त तमाप्नोतु तमाप्त्वाष्टादशिभिरवारुन्ध यदष्टादशिन आलभ्यन्ते यज्ञमेव तैराप्त्वा यजमानोऽवरुन्धे संवत्सरस्य वा एषा प्रतिमा यदष्टादशिनः द्वादशमासाः पञ्चर्तवः संवत्सरोऽष्टादशः यदष्टादशिन आलभ्यन्ते संवत्सरमेवैमेव तैराप्त्वा यजमानोऽवरुन्धे अग्निष्टेन्यान् पशूनुपाकरोते इतरेषु यूपेष्वष्टा दशिनो जामित्वाय नवनवालभ्यन्ते सवीर्यत्वाय यदारण्यै सग्रस्थापयेत् यवस्येतां विदा पुत्रौ विद्वानः ग्रामेयुः विदुरं ग्रामयो ग्रामान्तौ स्यातां ऋक्षिकाः पुरुषव्याघ्राः परिमोषिण आव्याधिनीस्तस्करा अरण्येष्वाजायीरन् तदाहुः अपशवो वा एते यदारण्यैः सग्गस्थापयेत् क्षिप्रे यजमानमरण्यं मृतकं हरेयुः अरण्यायतनाह्यारण्याः पशव इति यत्पशून्नालभेत् अनवरुद्धा अस्य पशवस्युः यत्पर्यग्निकृतानुत्सृजेत् यज्ञवेषसङ्कुर्यात् यत्पशूनालभते तेनैव पशूनवरुन्धे यत्पर्यग्निकृतानुत्सृज्यत्य यज्ञवेषसाय अवरुद्धा अस्य पशवो भवन्ति न यज्ञवेषसम्भवते न यजमानमरण्यं मृतकं हरन्ति ग्राम्यै सग्गस्थापयति एते वै पशवः क्षेमो नाम संविदा पुत्रावपस्यतः समध्वानः क्रामन्ते समन्तिकं ग्रामयोर्ग्रामान्तौ भवतः अंतरीक्षकाः पुरुषव्याघ्राः परिमोषिण आव्याधिनीस्तस्करा अरण्येष्वाजायन्ते ऋतवस्यातामुत्सृजेत्स्यत्तत्त्रीणि च प्रजापतिरकामयतोभौ लोकावरुन्धीयेते स एतानुभयान् पशून् पश्यत् ग्राम्यागश्चारण्यागश्च तानालभत तैर्वै स उभौ लोकाववारुन्ध ग्राम्यैरेव पशुभिरिमं लोकमवारुन्ध आरण्यैरवं यद्ग्राम्यान् पशूनालभते इममेव तैर्लोकमवरुन्धे यदारण्यान् अमुन्तैः अनवरुद्धो वा एतस्य संवत्सर इत्याहुः य इतैतश्चातुर्मास्यानि संवत्सरं प्रयुङ्क्त इति एतावान् वै संवत्सरः यच्चातुर्मास्यानि यदेते चातुर्मास्याः पशव आलभ्यन्ते प्रत्यक्षमेव तैः संवत्सरं यजमानो वरुन्धे विवा एष प्रजया पशुभिरुध्यते यः संवत्सरं प्रयुङ्क्ते संवत्सरः सुवर्गो लोकः सुवर्गस्तु लोकान्नापराध्नोति प्रजा वै पशव एकादशिनी यदेत ऐकादशिनाः पशव आलभ्यन्ते साक्षादेव प्रजां पशोन्यजमानो वरुन्धे प्रजापतिर्विराजमसृजद सा सृष्टाश्वमेधं प्राविशद तान् दशिभिरनुप्रायुङ्क्त तामाप्नोत् तामाप्त्वा दशभिरवारुन्ध यद्दशिन आलभ्यन्ते विराजमेव तैराप्त्वा यजमानो वरुन्धे एकादश दशत आलभ्यन्ते एकादशाक्षरा त्रैष्टुभाः पशवः पशूनेवावरुन्धे वैश्वदेवो वा अश्वः नानादेवतात्याः पशवो भवन्ति अश्वस्य सर्वत्वाय नानारूपा भवन्ते तस्मान्नानारूपाः पशवः बहुरूपा भवन्ति तस्मात् बहुरूपाः पशवः समृद्ध्यै आरण्यान् लोको दशिना लभ्यन्ते नानारूपाः पशवो द्वे च ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Thank you friends for listening patiently. Yes, all the Vedic mantra with the meaning may reveal to us. Remember, whatever we are doing now, all these are seeds sown, which will sprout in their right time. That's how the beings are. Now, when we see the people in the world, They are all not of the same category. Some are very wise, spiritually inclined and all. कहाँ से आए वो? In the earlier life, they have sown the seed through such practices. है ना? Like I am doing all that. इसी जन्म में मुक्ति मिलेगी क्या? नहीं मिली तो what I am doing, is it all wasted or what? This all will be stored, will come to my rescue when I go further. In the same way for all of us. But none of these 1 hour 15 minutes doing, we grow, support the world. First we evolve, support the world to evolve spiritually. Thank you. Now let's do Bhagavad Gita. Today Bhagavan will tell ki such people are sent to the lower worlds. Let us do the 19th mantra today, because by that study of the 18th mantra yesterday, we have done 65 plus 7, 72 Asura Gunas. Hmm. Let us do it. डायरेक्ट 19वां मंत्रम पढ़ते हैं. ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री गीता शरणं मम, श्री व्यास शरणं मम, श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः. दैवासुर संपद विभाग योग. एकोनविंशतितम मंत्र. श्री भगवानुवाच. 4 बार. उससे पहले 18th का 2 बार पढ़ लो. अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संश्रिताः मामात्मपरदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः. अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संश्रिताः मामात्मपरदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः. Now today's mantra 19th, 4 plus 2, 6 times. तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्, त्वानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्, संसारेषु नराधमान्, संसारेषु नराधमान्, क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्, क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्, क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्. आसुरेष्वेव योनिषो, आसुरेष्वेव योनिषो, आसुरेष्वेव योनिषो, आसुरेष्वेव योनिषो. टुगेदर. श्री भगवानुवाच. तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्, संसारेषु नराधमान्, क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्, आसुरेष्वेव योनिषो. अगेन. तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान्, संसारेषु नराधमान्, क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान्, आसुरेष्वेव योनिषु. So once the list is completed of the Asura, who are the human beings only living like that. The latest one was Ahankara Samshraya, Bala Samshraya, Darpa Samshraya, Kama Samshraya, Krodha Samshraya. These all we have seen. And the last two were very terrible. Mam, Mujhe, Atma in themselves, Paradeshu. In others also, Pradvishantaha. They do the Dvesha, hatred of the God. How the disregarding, disrespect, hatred to the God we do? By disrespecting him, by not following what he tells inside us through the conscience, and what he tells to us through the outer well-being well-wishers such as gurus, etc. So in Guru, who is there? Bhagavan. In Mata Pita, who is there? Bhagavan. In all our well-wishers who are there, Bhagavan. How Bhagavan speaks to us through them in telling us, do this, not do that. But do we do that? Do we do what our parents say? Are we avoiding what they tell us to avoid? No. So through the parents, whom are we hating, disliking, disregarding? The God only. So to our elders, our well-wishers, our professors in our colleges and schools, our bosses in our offices, in them who is there? The Lord only. They are telling us, बेटा ऐसा कर तरक्की होएगा, ऐसा कर तो तबाह हो जाओगे. But do we do that? जो तरक्की वाला करते नहीं, तबाह का छोड़ते नहीं. By that anyway we are resting ourselves. More than that, we are insulting Paramatma. So that is the meaning of in the earlier sloka, Mam Atma Paradeshu Pradvishantaha. So disregarding scriptures, disregarding the gurus and their advices, disregarding The parents and their advice disregarding the guidance of the seniors elders in the world and disregarding our own inner conscience directly mounts to the direct insult of the Paramatma. So Bhagavan is observing in our life what we are going doing. So every of these Bhagavan says you are disrespecting me. माम मुझे आत्मदेहेषु परदेशु प्रद्विषन्तः. देखो, why do we do? Because of all these asura gunas. We are slaves to all of them. And why this also is done? Because we don't know. Why we don't know? Because we are not studying Gita, etc. Why are we not studying Gita? Because we are going to school, college, and studying all other nonsense, and nobody is there teaching to us. Now that stage, at least you and I are coming regularly to the class, have crossed. That we are blessed with the study of Gita. Now study. And in the Gita, study what are Asura Guna. In the Gita, what are the Daivi Guna you study. Then as told by the Lord, remove inculcate the Daivi Guna, become dearer to Him. Because with the Daivi Guna, we will be really worshipping Him. And with the Asura Guna, followed by being indisciplined, we are only humiliating, insulting Him. Then we become deserving to his curse or his punishment given by him. This is one thing. What is that? Mam Atma Paradeheshu Pradvishanti. Okay. Then another one you can add as the Asuri Guna. So 73 पहले हो गए, 74 था, अब 75वां. What is the 75th one? Abhyasuyakaha. Abhyasuyakaha means what? The co-citizens of the world, when they are anyway growing in life, especially when they are growing in values, more especially when they are growing in spirituality, these Asura Guna people do not tolerate. They become jealous and they try all means to trouble them, disturb them, destroy them. They are called the Abhyasuyakaha. So those who are in the positive path of evolution, those are in the positive path of contribution, those who are in the positive path of success, these people somehow try to destroy them by finding the faults in them or by taking away their resources or by attacking them, etc. Just like the opposition party does in the parliament. Asuras, they are all. In this way, the Asura gunas are enumerated by that shloka. 75 हो गए, है ना, platinum jubilee. Now in this shloka, Bhagavan says कि what I do to those people who are Asura Guni, which is very, very essential. Like so, we have heard in our age, we have now we have to सुनते नहीं. Mother father used to scold us, threaten us. तू पढ़ेगा नहीं तो खाना नहीं देंगे, तू बर्थडे में गिफ्ट नहीं देंगे. बर्थडे तो होता ही नहीं था. थोड़ा सा होता था, we give only खाना to others. Our birthday celebration was not throwing party to a bhogis. No, we don't spend lakhs. अभी ऐसे ही करते नाटंकी. Little some dana dakshina we do. Go to temple, do puja, give the pujari some dakshina. That was our birthday. So parents used to say to us, "We will not give you gift, or will not send you to good place," or threaten करते थे हमको. ये नहीं किया तो और ये किया तो. इवन द स्कूल ऑल्सो टीचर ने होमवर्क नहीं किया तो कान पकड़ के बैरी लगाती थी टीचर और साथ और मेल टीचर कोई भी हो. मुंह में दंड हाथ लगा दिखाना ही पड़ेगा. थाना थान कितने मार खाए हम. दैट जॉय ऑफ getting beaten and given love by the teacher, today's children don't have. Today totally trend changed. In the American system, even parents cannot say even one word to children. If said, then they'll call police. Children, my parents are harassing me, put them in the jail. In Indian system also, again, teachers cannot scold the child. If something he does, the teacher scolds, then the teacher is removed from debarred. अरे ये तो पशु की तरह है, लड़का एक थप्पड़ मारो ही सुनता है वो, पर नहीं करने देते आजकल. अनफॉर्चुनेट. Should not touch the children because he will not scold, therefore he will not love also. Therefore everything is happening mechanically, isn't it? Third class thing that's going on. But we enjoyed that. कितनी बार हमने पनिशमेंट खाई अलग अलग तरह के. So here Bhagavan also saying, if you are in that Asura Guna as a human being, you will be punished by me. What are the punishments Bhagavan is giving? That he enumerates in this 19th shloka. This should give us a caution. This should inspire us to give up the Asura Guna, take up the Daivi Guna. नहीं है तो फिर करना ही पड़ेगा. लाइक बिजली को तुम बिना इंसुलेटर का पकड़ो तो शॉक लगेगा, सुनने के बाद भी असुर की तरह तुम नेग्लेक्ट करोगे, डेफिनेटली विल गेट द शॉक. So too, Asura Guna people will be sent by the Lord into this type of life. Having heard also, if still you don't avoid the Asura Guna, definitely you are thrown there. So Bhagavan says a very powerful shloka. Tan aham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipami ajasram ashubhan asurishu eva yonishu. Tan means those people. Ashubhan, those whose life is fully filled with only Ashubhata. Not even one Shubha is there. Such Ashubhan is the adjective to those Asura Guna living people. Living. So Tan Ashubhan. Okay. Bhagavan says, Dvishataha. Those people who are doing the dvesha to me by not following what I said. Then Kruran, those who are because they are Asura Gunas, Krura, cruel to themselves and the world. Then those people who are having these 75 Asura Gunas, they are called by me as Nara Uttamanai, Nara Adhama. So ऐसे नराधम लोग जो क्रूर हैं, जो मेरा द्वेष करते हैं, जो अशुभ लोग हैं, उनको मैं क्या करता हूं? तान नराधमान, तान अशुभान, तान क्रूरान, तान द्विषतः अहम क्षिपामि. I will throw them mercilessly. Where? Samsareshu. I will throw him in the samsara, means in more and more dukkha giving yonis. Naraka ityadi I will send. Samsareshu means all the different places of the dukkha I will throw them. So tan samsareshu kshipami, then asurishu eva yonishu kshipami. And also I will send them to the asura rakshasa yoni, because though they are human beings, they behave like asura, they deserve to be in the asura guna only. With that asurata, more and more papa they do, then more and more naraka they go. So doing papa, going to naraka, like some people are there, चोरी करते पकड़े जाते जेल में जाते, फिर बाहर आते चोरी करते पकड़े जाते जेल में जाते. They are there, no? In that cycle only they will be there. I will put them like that. And also preta yoni, tiryag yoni, naraka yoni, pashu yoni, pakshi yoni, I will send them. Even human body, if I give, I'll put them in the miseries of diseases, miseries of bereavements, miseries of variety of frustrations. I'll put them. भगवान ने इतना खुंदक कार्य देख कर ना भी जो लोग असुर गुणी हैं गुस्से से कह रहे तान हम दिशता क्रूरान संसारेशु नराधमान क्षिपामी अजस्रम अशुभान आसुरीशु एव योनिषु, जा मार उधर जाके. Ajasra means continuously, perennially, because they are disturbing my creation, they are disturbing the bhaktas, they are disturbing the entire system. Just because I gave them little freedom, instead of using that freedom to serve and reach me, they are misusing it, then they deserve that punishment. लेकिन कहीं भी इवन गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में कोई बंदा जो ठीक काम नहीं करते हैं उनको जाकर ऐसी जगह पर ट्रांसफर करते हैं वेयर ऑल द डिफिकल्टीज आर देयर. इट इज डन ना, तो भगवान भी कहते हैं. सो इन द असुर योनि, इन द पशु पक्षी योनि, इन द नरका, in all other dukkha giving world, Bhagavan will send such people who are asura prakriti. We have those 75 asura gunas, because of which we are krura and troubling others, and also they are arrogant and neglecting Bhagavan's advice of how to live the life of dharma. So dvishataha, मुझे द्वेष करने वाले. Krura, who are because asura guna, troubling the outer world. Then naradhama, because they are not sent for living life like this. Therefore, they are naradhama. Then ashubha, their inner personality, outer behavior is full of ashubha. For such people, kshipami, ajastram kshipami, asurishu yonishu kshipami. I'll throw them into the asura yoni. Asuri yoni, dukkha yoni, naraka yoni. Samsareshu kshipami, asura yonishu kshipami. That means what? एक तो basic point इसमें समझ लो, that to manage the entire universe, there is the Ishvara. He himself is there in the form of Krishna or Rama. So they have that power to bless those who have Devi Guna and to curse or punish those who have the Asuri Guna. First ये principle समझो, that don't be in that Nastikavada. There is nobody observing whatever the Rakshasatva we behave. No. All these fellows whether they are in the Hindu religion or other, who are troubling Sanatan Dharma, who are troubling the growth of the world, who are troubling our Shastras, who are destroying our temples, who are killing our Hindus, who are converting our, ये सब ऊपर वाले भगवान देख रहे हैं. ये सारे फिर पशुओं के योनि में. These mainly the Islamist people, how many animals, crores and crores they kill during festivals. They call it as festival. In general also. Who are all of them? They only, their forefathers only, who lived the Asura Guna, now they are in the Pashuni, killed by their own people. हाँ, भगवान कह रहे इधर उनको पशु के योनि में भेजता हूँ. Then the slaughtered. Whom they are slaughtering? Not anybody, their own forefathers. And they will be slaughtered by their next generation. Because the Lord will put them in the Asura Yoni or Tiryang Yoni or Samsara में भेजेंगे उनको. And the pain, the agony there. They rejoice, the Rakshasatva in them, in killing the animals in such a krura rupa. And they dance about seeing the animal getting pained like that. That the Dushta, they don't know. Because they reject or refuse Hinduism. So Geetha, they don't know that they themselves will be put in that life. Agale Janam. You and I have to know this. Therefore, not even one Asura Guna of 75 will have reject them. All the 26 Daivi Guna only will inculcate. Thank you. One complete shloka today. I told you. Tomorrow, Bhagavan says, once they are put in that type of yoni, instead of reaching me step by step, life by life, they only fall down and down in the rung of ladder of devolution only. उनका तरक्की के बजाय नीचे गिरना ही होता रहेगा. Very important shloka. Tomorrow we'll see that. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Avadam Apahartaram Dataram Sarva Sampadam Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Sri Ramachandra Param Brahmane Namaha. Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam Ayodhya Kandam Shatatamas Sargaha कच्चे सर्ग श्री रामेण उक्त राजनीति धर्माणाम उपदेशम भरतम प्रति अस्माकं प्रति. बेटा हम पढ़ रहे हैं वाल्मीकि रामायण अयोध्या कांड, एक ही सर्ग 2.5 महीने से चल रहा है. Because in that all the rules regulations a ruler and administrator a leader should follow for effective administration we are studying. We are almost through. We are into the 71 श्लोका. तो और भी हार्डली 7 श्लोक है बस, 6-7. बट इसी में ही so many things. The Vargas were there, Dashavarga, Panchavarga, ityadi. Today and last 3 days we are seeing today's the 20 Varga. Means the group of 20 individuals, human, whom the Raja king has to keep away for his own safe and secured and effective administration. Give value to them, give importance to them, they waste your time, energy. They will poke unnecessarily in all your developmental projects, they will be a liability. Among them, 10 of them we saw. Who are they? Balaha. Who is Bala? Child and childish. Vruddhaha. Who is Vruddha? Old and the non-contributing, ever complaining and demanding fellow. Dirgha Rogi. Who has got the long-term perennial diseases, physical. So too the one who is in the mind also. Mental rogi of laziness, selfishness, non-contributor. 3. Fourth one is Dhyati Bahishkrutaha, the one who is rejected by his own near and dear and friends and relatives. Why the reasons? All of that I explained to you. Now I will not repeat. 4. Fifth one is Bhirukaha, the one who is timid and frightened all the time. Sixth is what? Bhiru Janakaha, the one who has got his own people group also, Darpok Wale. So how can they do any work when they are Darpok? Okay. Seventh one is Lubdaha, most terrible, the one who is greedy, selfish, aggrandizing type. उसको ले आओ अपने राज्य में, तुम्हारा सारा खा जाएगा वो. And if he is along with him, has got all his friends also are लुब्धकाहा, और तो और भी सत्यानाश करेगा. ये है 8 लोग जिनको राजा दूर रखना चाहिए. Lubdaha, greedy, Lubda Janakaha, the one who has got people around him greedy. Even if he is not greedy, for the sake of others, he does the wrong thing. Like Valmiki. He was not bad. But for the sake of the people at home, he was hunting and all. But when he asked them, he said, "You have to do the portion of us. We never told you to do this vritti." Then he changed to become great saint. Anyway, तो 8 लोग हो गए राजा दूर रखना चाहिए. तो yesterday we have seen two more. Very powerful they are. Such people to always दूर रखना चाहिए. Who are they? The ninth one is virakta prakrutischaiva. So you are a raja, you have mantris, you are all senapati, you are very antarangika people to serve you. There's a good rapport relation between you. And this fellow, if at all he is virakta prakriti, he means he is in the bad terms with your own mantri gana. He is the enemy of them. Not only your personal enemy, he is enemy or hateful to your own mantri gana. उनको भी तुम पास में मत लाना. उससे दो नुकसान होंगे. One, he will create the disturbance between you and the mantris, etc. Second, the mantri and senapati also will not have that much love to you because you are supporting their shatru. इसलिए जो आपके सेनापति मंत्रियों को हेट करने वाला है, विरक्त है, मतलब हेटर और द एनिमी, वो हमारे लिए भी एनिमी है, उनको पास मत बुलाना. कीप हिम अवे. दिस इज द नाइन्थ पर्सन. बिकॉज यू हैव टू गेट वर्क डन फ्रॉम योर मंत्री एंड ऑल. उनका मोरालिटी इंस्पिरेशन चला जाएगा इफ यू आर सपोर्टिंग समबडी हु इज देयर एनिमी. फॉर अस आवर नियर एंड डियर पीपल शुड बी ऑलवेज important, who really are helping us, serving us, making us grow. Ninth type of people whom the Raja has to keep away. Okay. Now who is the 10th one? Hmm. 10th one was Vishayeshu Ati Saktiman. देखो विषय, only a Vedanti spiritual person can completely give up. For others, because of the nature or necessities, some of the Vishayas they can involve. But only Vishaya Asakti and indulgence alone becomes the way of life at the cost of dharma and duty, then that is wrong. Therefore, जो विषयों में अत्यंत आसक्ति रखता है, विषय मीन्स एंटरटेनमेंट्स, इंडल्जेंसेस, एंजॉयमेंट्स, घूमना घामना खाना, ये सारा, वो वाला बंदा ये राजा दूर रखे. Otherwise, he will influence raja into those vishayas. Because of that, the wealth etc. of the kingdom will be wasted. Along with it, the main projects which king has to do, they will be missed. And when the Vishaya Lambatata, when the Raja is there, along with this fellow, the enemies can attack anytime. In India, this is what happened. All our great kings were given all the Vishaya Bhoga. When they were in that inadvertence of indulgence, all these Mughals, Britishers, they used to attack and take away the kingdom. इसलिए जो विषय में अति आसक्त है, राजा शुड नेवर एंटरटेन दैट फेलो. ही शुड ऑलवेज कीप हिम अवे. दिस इज द 10th फेलो. हो गया. नाउ हु इज द 11th वन? टू मोर विल सी. वन इज अनेक चित्त मंत्रश्च. ओके. So aneka chitta mantra cha means what? The one who is not genius, indigenous in his thinking, but who has got the ideas collected from the confused people around, and them he is trying to impose on you. Aneka chitta mantra means aneka means बहुत सारे लोग. Aneka chitta means in their confused minds. Mantra means who is carrying to give you. मतलब स्वयं विचारणा नहीं करते हुए इधर उधर की बातों को ले आकर तुमको बोलने वाला. Isn't it? Such person, because people are many and their outlooks are different. What suggestions, ideas they give depends on their own व्यक्तित्व, their own स्वार्थ. अब ऐसे ही इसके बाद 10 लोग हैं, उन्होंने एक एक व्यक्ति ने एक एक कंप्लेंट दिया और एक एक डिमांड रखा. एंड दिस फेलो इज कमिंग एंड पुटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू and is forcing you, and you have your own idea along with your own matured mantris, say this is how I have to develop my country. अब this fellow comes and again pokes you कि budget उसके लिए लगाओ, मेहनत इसके लिए लगाओ, वो काम करो. Because you give value to him, you oblige. In the meantime, what will happen? You cannot do your main work. Our present Indian central government is suffering because of this. एक तो थोड़ा सा अलायंस तो लोग ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रहे, बट द अपोजिशन पार्टी वाले जो इतना अनेक अनेक धरनाएं डिमांड करते हुए चित्त विभ्रम कर रहे हैं, वो बैठे हैं उसलिए they want to frustrate the government and weaken them and see that they don't work for the nation, then they can come into power and luto like they used to do all the time. You and I have to be careful. Already एक गलती किया अभी 2024 में by giving the useless fellows the power, थोड़ा सा अपोजिशन लोगों को. नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन में जीरो भगा दो उनको, नहीं तो देश को खा जाएंगे वो. दे आर नॉट देशभक्त, दे आर देशभुक्त. Few of them are their good people, but they are spoiled because of the alliance. And most of them are सनातन धर्म द्वेषी. तुमको तो ये सब जानना है, मेरे को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं. When I'm talking Geetha and all, I should not come to this lower level. But somehow the feelings are there. Some more days after that, ये सब मैं छोड़ दूंगा. I'll talk only तत्व. But once in a while when the topic comes, because हम राजनीति धर्म ही पढ़ रहे हैं ना topic. So therefore, you as a praja, you must know also. So these people who are aneka chitta mantraha, they have to be kept away. And the 12th one, which is very very essential, which we just talked a minute back, is what कि those who people are देव ब्राह्मण निंदकः. अब देखो साक्षात राम जी कह रहे, those who do the निंदा instead of the देवतास and the ब्राह्मणास, उनको तो राजा भगा ही देना चाहिए अपने राज्य से. Because the Brahmanas through the Vedas teach us dharma and moksha. Devata worship, they bless us with all the resources so that the kingdom can be comfortable. For whatever the reason, there are people. They are do the ninda of our mainly our Sanatan Dharma Devatas. And Brahmana and Brahmanatva and Shastra and temple, they are bent upon destroying. मौका दिया जाए पूरा फिर से राम मंदिर तोड़ देंगे. They are terrible rakshas. And we have the Devatas and Brahmana not because of religious purpose. We have a reason behind. Devata worship invokes Devata Kripa by which we have sufficient resources. Brahmanas are the wise people who teach us through the Vedas the way of life. धर्म सिखाते वो लोग, मोक्ष सिखाते वो लोग, अर्थ काम का बुराइयां सिखाते, हमको डिसिप्लिन सिखाते वो लोग. इसलिए जो देव ब्राह्मण को निंदा करते हैं, राजा शुड कीप देम अवे. थैंक यू. 12 आर देयर, डन. 8 मोर आर देयर. ये सब हम कल देखते हैं, आज काफी है. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः. ओम अथ अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत मुंडकोपनिषद शांति मंत्र. ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागंसस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः. स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः, स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः, स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम अथ द्वितीय मुंडके द्वितीय खंडः. लास्ट 3 मंत्रास ऑफ द सेकंड खंड बेटा. इसमें कहते हैं हिरण्मये परे कोशे विरजम ब्रह्म निष्कलम. ओके, जो हमारे हृदय के जो हिरण्यमय कोश है, विज्ञानमय कोश, उसमें ही ये ब्रह्म जो रज रहित कला रहित निर्गुण निराकार है, ही इज देयर. तत् शुभ्रम इज अ प्योरर देन द प्योरेस्ट. ज्योतिषाम ज्योति इज द लाइट ऑफ ऑल लाइट्स. तद यद आत्मविदः विदुः. तो ही इज द वन वी हैव टू रियलाइज एज आवर सेल्फ. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू द explanation in detail, only the literal meaning. I know which is never helping you, but then my satisfaction. In the second mantra, in that pure Paramatma Anubhuti, na tatra suryo bhati, every day we chant that mantra during Arati. The sun is not there to illuminate it, na Chandra Tarakam, nor the moon and the, what do you say, the stars are there to illuminate it. Na ima vidyuto bhanti, nor the lightnings can illuminate it. Ayam agni kutaha, how a human made small agni can illuminate it. Then tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, it is because of the light of the Lord, other things are existing. Tasya bhasa sarvedamibhati. And these lightful 5 things which are said have their light because of the light of Paramatma. तो परमात्मा के चैतन्य के कारण इनका अस्तित्व है. परमात्मा के चैतन्य से ये लोग अपने प्रकाशत्व को पाते हैं. These 5 things: सूर्यः, चंद्रः, the nakshatraः, then vidyut and the agni. Surya is the pratika for the what do you say, Buddhi and Jnanendriyas. Buddhi, let us say. Chandra is pratika for the mind. Then the nakshatras are pratika for the Jnanendriyas. The Agni is pratika for the Karmendriyas. And then the Vidyut is the pratika for the thoughts. All of them are illuminated by consciousness. They can't illuminate the consciousness. So that is the self. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhat. Then in this way, if you really study and do practice, you will realize the self. When you realize the self, how does it look like? Brahma eva idam amrutam. The Brahman is the one who is immortal truth. Purastat, आगे भी वही है. ब्रह्म पश्चात, पीछे भी वही है. दक्षिणतः, the right side also वही है. उत्तरतः, left side also वही है. अधः, नीचे भी वही है. ऊर्ध्वं च वही है. प्रस्तुतम ब्रह्म एव इदम विश्वम इदम वरिष्ठम. So in the entire universe, आगे पीछे दाएं बाएं ऊपर नीचे सज्जे खब्बे, all of that is that one Paramatma alone. Naina? When you see an ornament in a beautiful necklace, very well, तो पूरा necklace है neck में डालते हो. But if you go in to look at the substratum of the ornament called as the gold, everywhere, आगे पीछे दाएं बाएं ऊपर नीचे, in that gold alone is there. In the same way, when you realize the self or the truth or reality of Brahman, वही है हर जगह. So this is how the Paravidya, through that Atmanubhuti, through that Moksha, this Upanishad teaches. Upanishadon ka काम ही वो है. Thank you, beta. Let us do all these three. Om Hiranmaye Pare Koshe, Hiranmaye Pare Koshe, Virajam Brahma Nishkalam, Virajam Brahma Nishkalam, Tatshubram Jyotisham Jyotihi, Tatshubram Jyotisham Jyotihi, Tadyadatma Vido Viduho, Tadyadatma Vido Viduho. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्रतारकं न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ब्रह्मैवेदमृतं पुरस्तात् ब्रह्मैवेदमृतं पुरस्तात् ब्रह्म पश्चात् ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्चोत्तरेण ब्रह्म पश्चात् ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्चोत्तरेण अधश्चोर्ध्वं च प्रसृतं ब्रह्मैव अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतं ब्रह्म च अधश्चोर्ध्वं च प्रसृतं ब्रह्मैव इदं विश्वमिदं वरिष्ठम् इदं विश्वमिदं वरिष्ठम्. Together, हिरण्मये परे कोशे विरजं ब्रह्म निष्कलं तच्छुभ्रं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिः तद्यदात्मविदो विदुः न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ब्रह्मैवेदमृतं पुरस्तात् ब्रह्म पश्चात् ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्चोत्तरेण अधश्चोर्ध्वं च प्रसृतः ब्रह्मैव इदं विश्वमिदं वरिष्ठम्. Again, हिरण्मये परे कोशे विरजं ब्रह्म निष्कलं तच्छुभ्रं ज्योतिषां ज्योतिः तद्यदात्मविदो विदुः न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ब्रह्मैवेदमृतं पुरस्तात् ब्रह्म पश्चात् ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्चोत्तरेण अधश्चोर्ध्वं च प्रस्तुतं ब्रह्मैव इदं विश्वमिदं वरिष्ठम्. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः इति द्वितीय मुंडके द्वितीय खंड समाप्तः. कल इसको हम आगे बढ़ाएंगे. थैंक यू बेटा. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति महाप्नयात् शांतो मुच्येत बंदेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यानुमोचेत अस्तु मा सत्कमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते अवशिष्यते पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमशिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रेण ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, गीता माता की जय, वेद व्यास भगवान की जय, रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय, वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय, श्री अंगिरस भगवान की जय, शौनक भगवान की जय, अथर्ववेदांतर्गत मुंडकोपनिषद की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतान की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती मते. हर हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदिवरा शक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्तगण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय। आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय। समस्त युवा मंडल की जय। थैंक यू बेटा। यस बेटा, कल मिलते हैं। थैंक यू।